Hold on.
Congratulations.
Hold on.
I assume that's like Breath of the Wild and like an old Zelda game.
No.
I'm assuming it's the same game.
Close.
Oh, Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
that's
Pokemon.
fucking that right there. That is Pokemon.
Oh,
Sword
Wait,
and
what's the
shield.
left?
Sword and fucking shield. That is Pokemon Sword and Shield, and on the right is Breath of the Wild.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, is
Oh.
fucking right.
Yeah, that's kind of nasty.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
So that looks like that looks like old 2000 and like.
That looks like Zelda Ocarina of Time. That's what I thought it was at first.
Me too. I was like, look at the progress.
Right.
Look how far they've
Nope,
come.
it's not progress. It's reversion. This is Pokemon. For some reason, Pokemon is still making the game look like it's on the 3DS, just scaling it up a bit.
That's fair. They said they moved away from handheld consoles to have like a better chance at making graphically better games.
Doesn't mean they know how to do it. Clearly.
Obviously, yeah.
I'm not trying to rip them a new one, but that looks like shit.
Yeah. I saw something that said like they weren't going to introduce every Pokemon into the game because they didn't have time to create the models for all the Pokemon and put it all into the game. And I guess that's the case for the actual graphics as well. Like, what the frick is that?
Yeah. So this
Alright,
is what they said. Because of the wild area, there's going to be certain Pokemon that cannot be caught, and the Pokemon that cannot be caught also cannot be imported into the game. So not only can you not get those Pokemon like in the natural wild, which we all put up with before in other Pokemon games. Not all of them are available. That makes sense. But you were able to import them. In this one,
different versions.
In this one, no. Nope.
Wait, so you can't complete the Pokédex then?
No.
What the hell?
That's dick.
I'd say that's the stupidest thing ever because they just announced the Pokemon Home thing. So everybody wants to transfer to Pokemon Home and then transfer to the new game. Like that's ruining it.
This is just for. I think they're going to be like patching it or something slowly over time. I don't know. I haven't read too far into it, but I'm sure they're going to do something. But people are absolutely outraged, similar to what your initial response would be.
Yeah,
I haven't read into it enough to be mad enough. I don't know. I like to be informed if I'm mad. You know what I mean? Like I want to make sure that my madness is justified.
It's mostly disappointing because Pokemon has always been that game that's like when they release basically perfect. At least in my opinion. And now with this, it's like they're joining the rest of the flock and just fucking launching super early, chasing the money and failing.
Pokemon has always had things that every generation they just have like a certain drop off of people that are just like, but then there's like a whole other generation of people that are just like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, and they get really excited about it, and then that makes up more than the people who decided to leave, and then there's people like me who are just like putting up with all the gimmicks just so they can play fucking Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I mean honestly, it didn't need to look like Breath of the Wild, but it didn't need to look like Ocarina of Time either.
That's too good.
That's my conclusion on the graphics here. I'm not a graphics.
It's still a handheld game, like graphically.
Which is sad because Breath of the Wild looks like that, and I played it on my Switch like not like more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
5 weeks ago.
I'm worried about how successful like the Nintendo games are going to be if they keep releasing like this, because with the new announced Orion program in Stadia, like they're going to be able to start streaming actual games at 60 FPS 4K, like normal games like Doom and stuff on a Switch. So
yeah, as long as you live in areas where you have more than 32 megabytes a second or something like that. Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool. I just don't think that's gonna be practical for half of the people.
Yeah, like
that
for me,
use
like
consoles are really just like, I mean, the fact that consoles use internet now is kind of difficult for people who live in an area where internet isn't as accessible, where they might not have like a choice in the competition, and it's just like monopolized.
Yeah.
That's like a really big problem though, is like a lot of internet, at least in America, is like super monopolized. You can like, even where we got like 2 different companies that you can choose between. That's not really a choice. Depending on what you think, honestly.
Yeah.
2 might be enough for some people.
Don't call out the man too loud, Durst.
No. I wonder when we're going to get to the point where like the gaming industry has made as many advances as they can, but now we're waiting for like the internet industry to catch up because they're the only handicap.
They're the only
I feel like
handicap to
internet.
like accessibility.
Yeah, basically.
Accessibility
Blue
blocks
fiber
the way.
everywhere.
The other shit is still there. That's why consoles still exist, because like computers are not accessible. I'm saying go spend $1,500 on this machine isn't accessible to people under the age of, I don't know, probably like 24 now.
Yeah.
Gotta save up, pinch those pennies for a rig, and then when you
That could be
finally
a whole car.
get a rig, and then like you're settled in, you finally get used to everything on your PC, and then like 3 years later you gotta change something.
Okay.
I feel like 3 years
that's
is even
console.
generous. I feel like stuff changes pretty quick.
Well, yeah, but you can also choose to change it at the same time.
I watched a video earlier, and sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No, go ahead.
this kid said he's been playing like CS:GO, and he was trying to figure out how to not procrastinate and shit as much anymore. So he said he threw away his entire PC.
What? Like, didn't give it away
What
to someone?
trash can?
Just,
Where at? let
Seriously.
me go get that. Why would he throw that away? Why did he? Donate?
Right? I was like, that doesn't seem like a really logical solution to that
you
problem.
gotta have a friend that might have wanted that or something, right?
Right. Like, I threw my PC in the garbage because fuck anybody who can't have what I have.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Richard?
Yeah, that's really fucked up. I would have at least given the PC to somebody who like needed it, like Jason.
Jason.
Word.
Yeah,
I'll take it a PC.
give it to Jason instead of throwing away
Toys
your
for
old
tots.
PC. Give it to Jason.
All right, Jason, this is where you just link your P.O. box in the description and just rack in the PCs.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, guys.
Send in all the PCs across your interwebs. We want them all. Shitty ones, big ones, tall ones, small ones.
Oh, seems like we're straying away from the whole PC idea.
No,
Damn,
PC is
something
good.
else there. PC.
What
All
does
right.
PC mean?
Now we've got a lot to
Justin,
talk
tell
about.
me what PC means actually, real quick.
PC.
Yeah, what does PC stand for? This is gonna be great. Hold on, everybody watch this.
Parentheses colon.
Ooh.
All right. Jason, I want to see if you might know this. This would surprise me if
Like
you did.
PC and not like politically
No,
correct. I
not
assume.
politically correct. Like PC. What does PC stand for? Oh yeah, this is getting better. Saucier by the minute. Wait, hold on, Alexis. Do you know what PC is?
No.
Oh my god.
We're
Oh my
not
gosh.
computer whizzes like you, all right?
All right,
Personal
you guys are gonna-
computer.
There we go. What did you look that up on Google?
No, I worked
Wait,
at
what did
Best
you
Buy.
Personal computer. PC.
Oh, of course that makes sense.
Right. It's so simple. You
so simple.
overlook it. You just overlook it.
So simple, a
great.
caveman could do it.
What does USB
that Geico
stand
commercial
for?
Then why didn't you do it?
I
specious.
miss those commercials.
Yeah,
Wait,
those were the
USB?
light of our day, man. Like,
Yeah.
Those were good. Remember when he was on the walking thing where like you don't have to walk in the airport for some reason?
Yo, yeah. I remember that. That was
Why
good.
are they there? Is that because you're carrying luggage? Or they're just being nice to you?
Basically, people don't want to walk that long. Also, like when you get off the plane, your ass is sore, so like you're numb and you don't have to like.
They know that.
move,
That's
yeah.
why they made the walkway. Is because
Basically.
your ass is sore when you leave the airplane.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They're smart.
Well, I guess we should probably start talking about E3 now.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, so let's just waste their time.
Yeah. Welcome to the Silent Shedcast. If you haven't got it by now, we do things by our own rules and not by your rules, which means that we're going to talk about E3 now. My favorite conference of E3 was none of them. What about
Yeah.
you guys?
I was about to say, we have to pick favorites because I don't have any that stand out.
All right. I don't think I have a favorite, but I was thinking like instead of doing like a top 10 video, what would be top 10 game? Top 10 game for you, Justin. What would be a top 10 game from E3?
Top 10 game from E3? Oh my god.
Yeah, top 10 game.
Let me quickly look through this. Can I choose that Minecraft dungeon game?
oh, I was gonna say
Minecraft
that.
Diablo?
Yeah.
Minecraft Diablo, anybody? I'm actually excited about that. Don't care what anybody thinks about me. I'm going to play Minecraft Diablo, and I'm going to enjoy every minute of it until Diablo 4 comes out.
Oh, wait, the mobile one or the actual Diablo?
No.
4?
That's Diablo whatever the fuck it's called. I'm talking about Diablo 4.
Okay. Yeah, that Minecraft game, I wouldn't say it's actually my top 10, but I
I
was
would
like...
say that's definitely one of my top 10. I'm not going to lie to you. From
my first
E3.
thought... Yeah. My first thought was like, damn, this looks good. If I was still crazy about Minecraft, this is probably everything I want. but
I mean,
I'm not
it
into
reminds me of the RPG mods you can add, like Bucket and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bucket servers reminds me of the
Tech It?
Minecraft RPG. Yeah, Tech It, all that good stuff.
That was a great mod.
Yeah.
What about you, Jason? What do you think about Minecraft Dungeon? Yay or nay? Because I'm interested, because you play a lot of Diablo, so I'm interested to hear what you think about a Minecraft Dungeon Crawler.
I don't think I'm really interested in anything Minecraft. I'll probably try it though.
Is it just the
I'll
art
give it a
style
shot.
that's like not appealing anymore because it reminds you of normal Minecraft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like not as immersive.
That was the
as
biggest
I'd
turnoff
like.
for me too. Was like I've played 10 years of Minecraft art and like the graphics, and they kind of simplified it and animated it in a way that I was just like, it's cool because the Minecraft concept, but I'm kind of done with this.
Yeah. I think I feel that it's tired, but at the same time, I'm really hoping that it's a good game, because then if it's a good game, I can kind of overlook those things. You know what I mean? Warm up to the
Yeah,
idea.
that's why I'll still
It's
play
not going to be a game that I'm going to buy immediately. Like, oh my god, that's so cool. But I will say that I think it is one of my top 10 exciting announcements, because although it might not be a good game, pretty much everything from E3 might not be a good game as far as I feel right now.
Let's be honest, the other conferences were grim. So
yeah, like we had to highlight Minecraft this year. That's the kind of year we're having at E3.
man.
Although me and Alexis talked about it, and she's also excited to try it, because that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm excited to give that a shot, and if it turns out to be good, yay.
Yeah,
I agree.
for
with
sure.
you.
Okay, what you got?
We can only hope. Yeah.
Battletoads.
You're excited about Battletoads?
Yeah, it just looks awesome.
Yeah,
I was
I
wondering
showed
if it was
Alexis.
even real, but you know.
Me and Alexis spent a whole afternoon. Yeah, it is real. It is.
Nice.
It is actually real. It's not a meme, which is like super hard to believe. Which is super hard to believe, because she didn't know what the meme was. So I showed her the Pawn Stars and the GameStop meme.
It was
It was
awesome.
hilarious. There was actual phone calls recorded with GameStop. Holy shit! You need to watch those. Those are
I do.
so.
I haven't seen those.
Oh my god, they're so great. Just look up. This is what I typed in. I'm not even kidding you. I typed into YouTube, Battletoads GameStop meme.
Oh my god! All right,
And, or you can just type in Battletoads meme, and it'll probably also pop up with like the one that I saw, which was a blend of both of them, the Pawn Stars and and GameStop. It was great.
I've got to look into that because I'm like blissfully aware about the stigma behind Battletoads right now. But like I was surprised to see people actually freaking out in the audience about that game.
Because it was like this.
Battletoads.
It's a meme that became a reality. Like people didn't think it was ever going to happen. The game was so incredibly hard that only like, a handful of people who said beat it actually beat it. You know what I mean? You couldn't actually trust. All
It's
your
a
friends.
remake?
It's not a remake. It's Battletoads 3.
Oh, a continuation.
They're back. Yeah, they're back. Quote unquote.
You think it's gonna hold up?
I think that it's 3 players, and I want to try it. So we're gonna find out.
Over 20 years for
I think
a wait.
out of everything, I want to try that one pretty hard, especially because with 3 people here, that would be a great opportunity to test one of the hardest. It's basically going to be a Cuphead, but with an extra person. Why wouldn't I want to do that?
I'm out. I can't do another Cuphead.
I mean, depending on whether or not they keep the difficulty. It wasn't so incredibly difficult, though. I played it on my rare replay on Xbox. It was
Yeah.
cool. I want to play it. I'm excited about it because the meme is now a reality. That's a good point, Alexis.
That's true.
Don't let your memes be dreams.
That's a top 10. That's a surprise boy from E3 this year. That was a good, pleasant surprise from E3 this year, I gotta say.
Okay. All right, Jason, what you got?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, pleasant surprise. Destroy All Humans 3.
Ooh.
I saw that was getting remade, and they
Yeah.
said it was like shot for shot of the first one with
Yeah.
like a couple new.
Wait,
Probably
like
like
missions.
scenarios to make it like blend better as a story. Because it
Was
actually
that-
had a
They
story.
have like the same banter and everything. They said like it's still.
was that announced at E3?
Yes.
At which conference? I must have missed it.
I don't remember which conference it was, to be honest. Or it might have just been announced in between E3. So a lot of that stuff happened in like the in-between stuff. Like I
Yeah.
know Baldur's Gate, I don't remember really seeing
Ooh.
at a conference.
It was at
But-
Ubisoft a bit.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like I saw interviews more with the people rather than the actual like conference of it. So I did miss portions of it. I was working So I just clicked on E3 a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And I watched most of the main conferences, and then I went home that night and I rewatched them again while like kind of zoning out, just drinking beer and fucking watching other videos at the same time.
Yeah, they
Nice.
mostly just like kind of briefly gave everybody a little bit of their information.
Yeah,
Everybody just got a bit of it.
Some of those games are quite a ways away. Baldur's Gate 3 is not going to be.
Yeah.
It's not going to be.
There's no release date.
It's not going to be the series that you think of either. Baldur's Gate
No.
is the original series, the more Dungeons and Dragons like one.
Yeah, me and Jason are Dark Alliance fans, which is more of a
Yeah.
hack and slash, not so much of the story
Yeah.
RPG.
Fun as
Create your
fuck.
own adventure.
It's like a weird like hack and slash fucking dungeon crawling, like just good, just fun.
Yeah.
I wish it was
We only
Dark
have a few
Alliance.
hours left.
Wish it was Dark Alliance, but I wish it was also still Baldur's Gate. So there's probably a possibility of that happening if the game does well.
I'm not familiar with that more D&D oriented universe, but I am interested in giving it a go for sure.
Yeah, I mean, as well as they're releasing the remaster, so you actually get a chance to do
Yeah.
that in higher graphic fidelity instead of playing it on a PS1.
That's for sure.
I mean, me and Justin are playing Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 1 now, and still pretty good. Holds up pretty well,
It does.
I'd say.
It's hard as
Graphically?
heck.
Graphically, God, no.
God,
Hell
no, graphically. There are some times where it just pixelates to the point where it's like, wait, what is even on screen? Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's true.
It gets super blurry.
it does get real blurry.
But as a game, and gameplay-wise, pretty good. Pretty
yeah.
fucking hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Dark Souls
def-
before Dark Souls was the thing?
Inspired Dark Souls.
Justin, you're gonna get in trouble
what?
for making those comparisons.
Yeah.
Don't you
I was
compare something
thinking
to Dark Souls that isn't Dark Souls?
I remember hearing Cuphead was like a Dark Souls platformer. What? Like,
Oh yeah, that's when people were making fun of that. Though. It's
Yeah.
like, that's the stigma, is that if you compare
was that
things
not
to
real?
Dark Souls, you've got a pleb brain.
oh, I'm a pleb. Damn it.
You
I'm
pleb.
so sorry.
Plebbeing up. It's actually
Shoot.
plebe, but whatever.
Listen,
Some shit.
noob, neeb, I don't even.
A plebeian.
Plebeian, yeah.
Alright, Darius.
Fuck it. However you want to say it. Yeah, I guess it's my turn. I will say
your turn.
Minecraft is one of the ones on there for my top 10. So that's eliminated. Battletoads. Battletoads was okay. I wasn't that excited about it. Not my top 10.
Yeah.
What is in my top 10, and because I'm probably one of the only hardcore Nintendo fans here, RIP to Jordan's laptop right now. Otherwise, she'd be here talking to me about the Nintendo hype. By far, E3 was owned by Nintendo, even though they literally weren't fucking there. So, I think that's got to be said right now, is that Nintendo, by far, is promising the most exciting back end of the year compared to every other console. So if you're a console gamer and you have a Nintendo and you like Nintendo offerings, you're probably going to have the best Christmas time this year, in my opinion, just because you got Legend of Zelda, you got Pokemon, you got these new Smash Brothers characters, you got Persona 5 Scramble, you got a whole bunch of Resident Evil games that just came out or getting reworked. Like, it's just more exciting to be a Switch owner than it is anybody else, because Call of Duty's just coming to other places, and everyone's skeptical about that. And so is Tom Clancy. Breakpoint looks awesome, but that's not really something that a Switch person would even care about. So Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion
So
looks.
I was
fucking
like,
roundabout.
what's the point here?
Sorry, I was just rambling because I really think that all other aspects of E3 were kind of disappointing. Nintendo was
but
the
think
only one
about-
that captured that magic.
Yeah.
Nintendo came from like the fucking Wii, like,
Yeah.
and now they're like probably the best console to own. I would
just
argue.
just because of
Basically, yeah.
the variety that they're offering people
Yeah.
is so good right now. Like, so good. And like, they're doing lots of fan service, which is awesome because Nintendo doesn't do lots of fan service in that kind of way. I feel like they're remastering a Legend of Zelda. That's always a gift to everybody because you get to play a Legend of Zelda that's otherwise kind of dated and probably not playable, but then new people get to enjoy the Zelda game that was really good back in the day.
Me for that option. Never really played. Now I will.
Yeah, but because I just started playing Luigi's Mansion for the first time on the GameCube, I think I'm most excited about that Luigi's Mansion 3. It looks incredible. I like the mechanics that they're adding to it.
Yeah, it
just
looks so
like
cute,
Goofy,
like-
looks like goofy, good fun time. looks a lot more polished than Yoshi's Crafted World. So I can already tell, just because the gameplay is actually the highlight of what they were showing off. Unlike Yoshi's, where it's just like, look at Yoshi, they're doing the derpy things. Yoshi's just running around, and then we just like, all right, and this is Luigi. You can do all these cool fucking things, but he can't walk in water, so watch the fuck out. And I'm like, wow, they're actually telling you stuff about the game. That's how you know they're really promising you something. This game's going to be good. It's going to play well. They have new mechanics. What were you saying, Lexus?
I actually have a feeling that it's going to be very similar to Yoshi's Crafted World. There were a couple scenes that looked very similar to it.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like
it
might actually.
It's got the Nintendo vibe.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be better than Yoshi's Crafted World. So,
definitely.
in terms of like an offering. Also, it's just got that charm of like, ooh, it's spooky, but it's fun. And I feel like that's always, I don't know, there's something about spooky that is fun, that is really good. Like the Halloween levels on any video game that you've ever played.
That reminds me of the meme from the one lady who's just like, it's spooky, for one of the games that was coming out. So good.
Oh yeah, the Asian girl for
I forget the name of it. It was some ghost game. It was
Tokyo Wire or something like that, or Ghost Wire or something. Yeah, that looked so weird. I a lot of the games that were announced, I have just no idea what they're going to be about.
Yeah, it was kind of hard this year.
Halo.
But specifically, I was surprised to see every conference like where they were announcing games. They were like, "This is also coming out on Switch." Like so many people were pushing, like, "This is going to be on Switch. Like, get ready." It's like a wave is coming. I'm kind of excited for that.
It's crazy because I'm blessed enough to see how people make purchasing decisions on video games, and a lot of Switch people, as soon as they bought a Switch, you know what they do? They don't buy a single fucking game until it comes to their Switch.
Yeah.
They're just demanding that they all get ported over. Like, I'm not even kidding. Somebody had no idea this game was being ported over to the Switch. Like, they just had no idea when it was coming out. They were like a huge Spyro fan, and they were just like, they canceled their like PlayStation pre-order, and they're like, no, I want it for my Switch, and I'm just gonna wait for it to come out on the Switch, so that way I can really enjoy it when it comes out.
I completely understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I get that. That's the dedication to the system that you really enjoy. It's all about how you play your games, and like the more accessibility you have, the better it is. You know,
exactly.
Epic Games could take a
take a hint.
Yeah, take a hint from that one.
Literally,
Nobody wants exclusive shit. They want it everywhere where they can play it their favorite way.
I'm not like
some compromises.
Yeah, I'm not blown away by it because I'm a shut-in nerd, so I can play everything on PC, no problem. But for those who actually have a life and can take a Switch out with them on the go, like,
it's exciting.
Having those games is just fantastic.
Absolutely, I know a lot of people who actually play them, like at their jobs. Like their jobs are just so not demanding for a certain portion of the day that they're just like, boom, here I am. Like I know so many people who are like truck drivers specifically, who are like playing Nintendo games because that's just the most convenient thing to do while some fucking people load up your truck and you gotta wait like 10 years because they're not available right now, or they took their lunch break at the wrong time, so now they're delaying
That's
your
true.
thing. Doesn't matter. You're sitting there playing Super Mario
Or
Galaxy.
overnight driving.
I feel that.
Yeah, don't play your Switch while you're driving.
Why not?
Oh, never mind.
Because your vision's going to turn from picture on the right side.
Justin, didn't you play like RuneScape on your tablet for a little bit?
Yeah, on my phone, yeah. Tablet, I don't know, tablet. Yeah, for like a whole month at work, like every 15 minutes I was looking at my phone to play a little bit of RuneScape. No big deal, just super addicted.
I know, I just meant like when it first came out mobile, when you were driving around.
Oh yeah, when it first came out, of course, like any idiot, I took a look at it, while driving to save efficiency, because it's all about squeezing in like 5,000 hours in a year on that game.
Remember,
don't play games and drive.
Yeah, don't play games and drive. People die that way. It's
People
not
die
fun.
that way.
It's not GTA. It's not funny to watch.
It was way
together.
too much of a hassle. There's no way to do that. People who can actually manage to do that, first off, it's illegal, so don't do it.
So like
But
get the GPS mount
awful.
and just mount it like that, so you can still look forward.
See, what you got to do is you got to embed the screen into the back of your hand, so while you're driving, it's on the back of your hand, so you can just press the screen on there.
Or you could just carve out a hole
That's genius.
where your airbag is.
Oh yeah, perfect. Safety
Yeah,
first.
Don't do that though.
None of that.
All right. I completely forgot about it until I flipped my page and saw the name sitting there. The biggest game coming out next year, the biggest, my number one, Cyberpunk.
Oh, Keanu Reeves, the video game.
Keanu Reeves, the video
That
game.
man is everywhere.
Yeah, he's gonna become kind of
Alexis had no idea what Cyberpunk 2077 was, and she was like, "I'm just excited to watch E3 because Keanu Reeves."
Oh my god! Wait, is Snoop's gonna be there?
I don't blame her though.
No, she watched it because she saw the memes.
Can I play as Keanu Reeves?
You think they'll do a John Wick 4?
No.
No.
Yes, they are
Yes.
actually.
Yeah, they are.
I think it's already
No
confirmed.
fucking way.
I
You guys
remember
hear
seeing
me?
it confirmed somewhere.
John Wick in space.
Oh yeah,
John
yeah.
Wick in space.
There
You know,
is
I've
a
actually
John Wick.
never seen a John Wick movie.
I have an idea.
We have the first. We have 2.
Yeah, you told me we have them. I've just never seen them.
Nice.
They're on Blu-ray. They're just out there.
Yeah. Okay.
No, yeah, I thought it was really cool that they got Keanu Reeves in there. I also just want to thank Keanu Reeves' agent for being a straight god. Like,
Yeah.
not only are you the nerd king, basically, because of Matrix and John Wick and all this other stuff, but he is now, like, just like, yeah, this was a really cool story, and I think that's all that matters is that, like, whatever I'm involved in is just cool stories, and I'm just like, yeah, Keanu fucking Reeves.
Yep.
It was
He felt a little cringy on stage, just a wee bit, but
He's like
he rocked
goofy.
it.
He's such
Yeah.
a nerd.
He's the awkward goof. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, the guy is a straight nerd, and I think it was really funny when he's just like cyberpunk,
Oh yeah. He was just trying to get up hype. I don't know, in
Oh,
any way
yeah.
he could.
and then the guy who I heard about this article from somebody else, so I'm going to go ahead and say that it's probably true because the person who I was talking to is pretty extensively nerdy. But the person who screams "You're breathtaking" at Keanu Reeves now has a limited edition Xbox One with the
Yep.
collector's edition of Cyberpunk coming their way, and I was just like, "What the shit?" I would call Keanu Reeves breathtaking for a fucking $5 bill.
Right? The guy who said that tweeted on Twitter like saying, "Oh my god, Keanu Reeves called me breathtaking," and then like the people who, so I don't know who, but like the officials, tweeted back onto that, replying to it saying, "Hey, guess what? Reply to we're gonna send you a DM and you got a free limited edition." I'm just like, what?
Wow.
That's all.
God.
Alright, so
dang
start
it.
going to E3 and just yelling nice compliments to people.
Yeah,
and
I was
see
gonna
what we
say
can
that
get?
it's a dual-sided thing. That's super nice that they got to do that, but at the same time, like, doesn't it really ruin like the fucking press conference to have people just screaming shit at Keanu Reeves?
I guess
a
so,
little
yeah,
bit.
actually.
Like he was just like,
Give me
"Alright,
an Xbox.
At one moment, he was just like, "Shut the fuck up! I gotta
Yeah.
talk about this game." And I'm
Yeah,
like,
he
"Oh,
did. He
okay."
did. That was so funny. Yeah,
was
to a
like-
point, it's detrimental, but it is some nice banter as long as it's to a minimum.
Yeah, it was playful. It was playful. Highlight of E3 right there, probably for most people.
I was watching a PC gaming show, and I'm pretty sure like when was it PC or Ubisoft? I remember one of them, like somebody was like cheering at the lady for being hot, and I was like, "Damn, like calm down, guy. I'm trying to watch games."
Seriously.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god! And if you were a part of any chat on E3 Live, you
Oh.
were surrounded by
hilarious.
toxicity.
Thirst?
It was so
Just
funny.
Straight
Yeah.
up toxicity in
The
those
chats
It's-
are awful.
It was disappointing to see what people were saying.
Yeah.
to
The
each
Square
other,
Enix
and then
chat.
The
Oh my god.
pessimism around the games.
I was
Oh my
like-
God.
My only thought was like, man, it's hard to keep a production of this quality going, even though it's
Yeah.
not that high quality, but to be motivated to do it for a crowd like that, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
it was weak sauce.
I want to talk about one of my top 10 for sure. I'll like cut in front of Jason here and give him some extra time to think about another one of his top 10. But definitely Cyberpunk has to be on everybody's. So I think we definitely
Yeah.
scratched
Oh,
that
yeah.
one off the list. Keanu Reeves, cool as hell. Alexis is the first person to show me Bill and Ted, by the way. Never seen that until she showed it to me last year.
Wait,
You never seen
Really?
it before?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, that was the first time. It was when you made me watch it with
Wow.
Casey, and she'd never seen it either.
Yeah,
that?
wow. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that was awesome. So
My mom
that
used
was
to hate
the
me
first
growing up. I used to make her fucking put it on all the time. I thought
time.
it was
My mom used to hate me
hilarious.
growing up is something I always, and it still applies.
I think my mom still hates me.
Yeah, right? Oh my god, I got totally sidetracked. I can't even remember what I was going to say.
Oh
I'm excited about Banjo and Kazooie getting added to Smash. That's so
Yeah,
cool.
that was an awesome reveal too. They just
I didn't
teased
know
you,
what it
and then they're
was.
Like,
I was
nah,
like-
it's coming.
I love that somebody tweeted like, "Oh, great, just what we needed, another sword character," and he's using the bird as like a sword, basically.
Oh yeah, because he was like, it was like a reference. I saw like a funny meme that is also a little racist, I guess, but it was just like People in America excited about Banjo and Kazooie. People in Japan excited about Dragon Quest.
I saw that.
And I'm just like, that's so accurate. I do not give a shit about the Dragon Quest character.
Yeah.
Like
I actually thought it looked so cute. Like it looks like.
Oh yeah,
a
the
cute
character
ass
looks
game.
cool, but it looks like Dragon Ball characters.
Wasn't
Yeah,
Dragon
no,
Quest like a
legit.
web browser game?
No, that's like a huge
Adventure
lineage.
Quest, Jason.
That's
Yeah, it's
what I'm
like
thinking
Dragon
of.
Ball mixed with Minecraft.
That's true. Yeah, I wasn't very excited.
Now I can't remember. Scarlet wasn't exciting, so I don't really want to talk about Scarlet. That was-
Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3.
Yeah, that's cool, but that
That's
wasn't
on
an
the
E3
Switch too.
That wasn't a E3 announcement though. I've known about that one for a while now. They've
I know.
just showed more
I was just
gameplay.
thinking about
finally.
everything coming to the Switch, and that
That's
was
true.
only on PlayStation for a while, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
It seemed like a lot of people were excited about Avengers, and I was not very excited.
That one
about
looks.
it. I was like, meh.
Meh.
Like that seems like a kiddie ass game. No offense to anybody that really
Avengers
likes
game
it, but
looked kind of bad. Do you guys remember
I'm
that?
still gonna play it.
Do you guys remember that old Incredibles game for the PS2? I want to say it was. Maybe.
I
Was it
love
not?
those
I played a
games.
DS game. I never.
Like the Attack of the Underminer or whatever, and you had
Yeah.
to
Oh,
Oh,
you fought the
yeah.
mold
play
guy?
as the
Holy
family.
shit.
You had to play as the family. That's what it fucking looked like to me, and I was very
Yeah.
disappointed. I was like, "Yo, this looks like that stupid Incredibles game I used to play on PS2." And
Hey,
I'm sure
I love that game.
I loved it then, but I'm sure if I
Yeah.
played it now, it'd be horrible. And I was
Yeah,
just
for
like,
sure.
"Oh wow, this looks really,
Unique.
yeah, it looks special."
I don't know if it was a meme or not, but I saw a picture that like they made the Avengers not look like the actual Avengers, and they said
Yeah.
like they couldn't even afford to like buy their likeliness. So I was like, what the hell?
Well, they made them more like the comic book. I mean, they're not.
Yeah,
The
they're
real life
comic
people
book
aren't
based.
going to
I'm
be.
okay with the comic book base, but I feel like they also had like a teaser art with Chris Evans on it for a second, so I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, he looks pretty close to Chris Evans still.
He does. So I think the teaser art just looked a lot like Chris Evans. So everyone was like, "Oh my god, they got the actual Avengers for this video game!" And I was like, "Why isn't that a thing? Why isn't there a studio getting money thrown at them by Marvel, who's good at what they do, to get this game done?"
It
Yeah.
would cost a ton.
Speaking of which, can we talk about how they have a lot of actors in video games this year?
That's
Norman Reedus
Seriously.
started it with that fucking.
Yeah, they had the guy from Shane from The Walking Dead. I don't know his name. But
Oh,
he
he's in
is
Breakpoint.
Yeah,
He's in Breakpoint. Yeah, Tom Clancy's Breakpoint.
Oh, yeah,
John
that's what it's called.
Bernthal,
I don't know. What
Is he the
Yeah.
Punisher?
Yeah, he's the
as well?
Punisher.
the one that brought the
Mm-hmm.
dog on stage with him.
Yeah.
Oh, and I always forget his name, but he's still one of my favorite actors. The bigger black guy with the lazy eye. Do you remember his name?
Oh yeah, Forrest Whitaker.
Whitaker?
What game is
Forrest
he in?
Yeah.
Whitaker. He's in the Star
in-
Wars game.
That's right. He's in
What?
Fallen Order. Yeah, he's in Fallen Order.
That looks
Fallen
good,
Order
too.
looked pretty good. That was actually
I
a pretty,
heard-
pretty decent looking game.
It did
You
look
can
good.
only be good though. There's no choosing morality. Like, it's an RPG, and you are strictly good.
That's
Like you're
terrible.
playing through his story. You're not choosing your own.
I also
Man.
don't like that it's strictly good because you see some of those moves he's pulling off on people, and those don't look strictly good, man. That looks like
No, he's not-
a desperate guy who's like one of the last Jedi running away. I feel like some of the Jedi code gets thrown out the window there because it's not uncommon for the Jedi to like kind of like.
Well, I don't mean like straight. Like he's. Oh my god. Like he's only straight good, but.
Yeah. Well, I don't really know his
He
story.
looks,
like
he looks
he's
interesting.
the last Jedi, but did he get trained by other Jedis?
He's not a
I
last
guess
Jedi.
that'll be told.
Yeah, it's like a unique story that's going on, so we're not really going to know what's happening.
I
He's
wouldn't-
not the last Jedi. He's encountering other Jedi along the way. It's
Yeah.
when the Order was executed to kill all the Jedi. So basically, there's like a giant what is it called? Inquisition.
Wait, do you think it's
Yeah.
gonna be in the same universe as like Force Unleashed?
I don't know. I think there is a couple canon characters in there. I mean, the second sister is the main, or whatever. Third sister, I can't remember her name. She's like the main character, and I think that aligns with Rebels and Clone Wars, the animated series. So I think there's gonna be obvious tie-ins, but I'm not sure to what degree, because I know Rebels is canon because that was Disney anyway. So
Wait, that's like the only thing they kept from the expanded universe was that, right?
Rebels, yeah,
Yeah.
it was like basically like
got rid of the rest.
yeah. The expanded universe is gone, but I think Clone Wars made it the animated series. I'm not sure. I mean, they fucked that all up for me. Honestly, I lost interest because of all this
Yeah.
crazy stuff. But yeah, Fallen
Fair
Order
enough.
looks cool. I think it doesn't look special. That's all.
I know.
Yeah, it just doesn't look as special as you want. I think somebody described it the best. It's not like going to be the next God of War, but it's going to be pretty damn good.
I've never seen a single Star Wars movie. Never played. I played one of the games a little bit, but I remember seeing one of the older Star Wars games that everybody really loved, and this looked like it was a bit more closer to that. But
Yeah, I agree. The movements feel a lot more like the Old Republic or Knights of the Old Republic. And,
that's the one.
Jedi Academy and like all these other ones that are just much better. But the Star Wars games have always had like that morality thing
Yeah.
as a feature, and that feels really weird not to have in this kind of game, especially where like
Well-
like I said, he definitely is battling between like right and wrong.
I
as a
wonder if
Jedi
you could
right
still
now.
make choices though, because like
Yeah,
in the Force
hopefully.
Unleashed, you couldn't be necessarily more evil. You could, but like
Plus, it was like a linear story. This one is this one a linear story? That's the question. Oh.
Yep.
Well, then there you go. You're
Yeah.
not
It is.
really supposed
It's
to have
like-
a choice. You're just supposed to go through this guy's story as a Jedi. That's all.
that's why it's
Okay.
linear. That's the only reason.
Okay, I'm okay with that. It just means that the story better, the story better be rich, like super rich.
But have money.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll just be fun as fuck to be a Jedi, because if you saw some of the combos you can do, like they made the
Yeah.
lightsaber play so much better.
The hack and slashing looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be at least fun in that aspect for a while.
That's true. That is
If
definitely-
nothing, yeah, if the story's not that great.
Yeah, at the very least, it's going to be fun lightsaber combat, and I've been needing that since Force Unleashed, so that's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
The second one didn't even really. It was alright, but not quite as good as the first, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or Force
So,
Unleashed.
I know what I wanted to mention earlier was an Animal Crossing, but we can briefly talk about the Animal Crossing thing. That was kind of cool. I think people who are into those games are probably really excited. I think it was supposed to come out this year, though. They initially said this year. But now
Did
it's
they?
coming out. Yeah, now it's coming out in April or something, or March. And
How many?
Yeah, people were
I missed the
How many
conference, but I cannot wait.
Dude, you can place beds out in the wild now. Like you can just place them out on the
What?
beach. So you
I
can
don't know
have,
how that'll
like,
work, but all right.
You can have like I'm telling you, you gotta watch the video. It's really cool. You can like just freely move stuff without having to like go into a menu. Now you can just pick it up as your character and move it around and all this cool stuff. Yeah, and then like you can build so she had like a tent built up on the beach, and instead of sleeping inside was like a little workshop type thing, like her working area. I thought it was really cool. And then she slept outside on a cot on the beach, and it was like really awesome. It was like a fire pit there, and I was like, this is so cool. Like this is a whole new level of building for
Yeah.
Animal Crossing. That's going to be really awesome. You can build some outdoor areas that are going to be really epic.
Yeah,
That's
like
awesome.
playing the first game, I really loved like the seasons, and I loved collecting everything and putting it in like the aquarium and whatnot, and filling out all that stuff. It was my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, I think the game has got that crazy charm and that addictability where you're just like, gotta play another 10 minutes. I just gotta play another 10 minutes.
Oh
Just gotta play
yeah,
another 10 minutes. And then next thing you know, it's like, and it's supposed to be based on real time, like seasons and time zone. Yeah, so
Really?
like
that's
real
yeah.
time, like for like
if you
whole
live in the
months it'll
south,
be
it's
snowing.
hotter. Yeah,
That is gonna be cool.
Wait,
Yeah.
but that's.
I think like
So,
you
like,
can
if
change
during-
it.
But you
But-
work 8 hours a day.
Oh yeah. I think like there's like it's got to be like to some sort of limitation, but I think that's what they were boasting. Yeah, she was like, if you live in the southern hemisphere, it's gonna be warmer in your world. I think they like have a certain limitation to how much the weather affects it. You know what I mean? Like dummy down
Yeah.
a little bit version of what the weather is like, and you can set what time your day starts. So like if you like work a specific time of the day all the time, you can be like, oh no. I'm at
Oh,
work.
that all right. That's awesome.
I wouldn't be against it being like completely like minute for minute, second for second matched with our time.
I was gonna say, I think Animal Crossing fans would actually be more appealed by that. I'm not.
I
but
would love
I
that.
think
yeah.
I think Animal Crossing fans would love that because my sister used to play that thing all the time. She's like, yeah, man, if I don't log on there, it was already like that on the 3DS. If you don't log on there, your farms just die. Like
Yeah.
all your stuff just starts dying. Like, so if you don't log in after 2 days, like real time 2 days, your stuff is already dying, and you need to do something about it. So it wouldn't be uncommon for Animal Crossing to just be like, yeah, screw your work, screw your life. You gotta log on to your farm at least 1 hour of the day. Come on.
And it's on the Switch, right? So I guess you could.
Yeah, you can just bring it
It's
everywhere, like I
mobile
said.
enough, so you
Yep.
could
Yeah,
just play it anywhere.
I'm
Pooping
so
at
ready
work.
for that.
Bring the Switch. Like,
Sorry, boss, I can't lift those boxes. I'm playing Animal Crossing.
we're uplifting some boxes.
Wait, speaking of playing games at work, I have this golf game on my phone that I play with my boss. I got to play like 16 games before I started today. I went in at 8. I didn't start work until 9:30. It was fantastic.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Classic.
Mhm.
I was working.
All right,
I
Jason.
was working.
What's your next game? You've thought about it. Come on. What is it?
I thought we were talking about the other Marvel game. It's like the next thing I was excited. There was not many things that got me excited from this E3. I mean, real honest.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, fine. Screw you. Alexis, got anything?
Ow.
I saw that they're bringing Adventure Time to Brawlhalla. I thought it was an Adventure Time game, so I was kind of interested. And then
Yeah, I didn't.
was
Brawlhalla
disappointed.
Brawlhalla is like this spin-off Smash Brothers thing that people are enjoying or something. I don't know. I don't know a lot about it. It looks pretty cool. It looks fun, but
Yeah.
it's just another thing.
I don't know too much about it either. Something I
Ori?
saw.
Ori. That's what I was
Ori?
going to say earlier.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
Ori is one of my top exciting ones from this one. I'll say off the bat, just real quick, like what my two most exciting games are. The first one, No More Heroes fucking 3.
Oh, yeah.
Out of
Oh,
nowhere, Nintendo hits me with the most exciting fucking news I have had in my personal life since, I don't even know. Since I really can't honestly fucking tell you. This was some of the best news I've gotten this year. They were just like, all right, remember that game that you bought, Travis Strikes Again? And how the creator was like, if this one does well, maybe we'll do another No More Heroes. No More Heroes fucking 3! And he just fucking jacks it off into your face with Travis right there. And he's just like, oh my god, it's Travis. And he's like, there's no more heroes left. And you're like, yeah, it's fucking Travis. Woo! And you're just like, yeah, anybody who's like played this game knows exactly how I'm feeling right now.
'Cause
And if
it's
you didn't, you can
awesome,
watch it
like-
on my stream, which I'm going to be streaming.
That's awesome.
Probably soon, because I love the first series, made by Suda51, which is like this studio. Very unique style of storytelling. One of the most passionate people in gaming left, I think, is the director of these games. So I'm dumb excited about a title I never thought was going to happen. Like, I've only played No More
Wait.
Heroes in instances at my friend's house, and I've watched the entire games. And I've played the original PS2 games that he made. And I played Killer is Dead or something like that more recently, which is like one of the games that kind of flopped a little bit. But it's just so unique, and it's so awesome. They haven't given us a lot of information about it. I don't care. The fact that it's in the works is such a big deal for me. Like, that's...
Yeah.
all time, super fucking cool. You can ask Alexis. As soon as I saw the commercial for this and the voice actor registered in my brain, like it was almost like watching a cannon go off real time. It's just like I heard him talk, and he didn't look like Travis for a second, so he doesn't look like the main character for 2 seconds of the trailer, and then he turns into a fucking Gundam robot, and then he flies into the sky, he lands after killing a bunch of things, and then he takes off his helmet, and it's fucking Travis. He's wearing his classic outfit, and then he fucking suplexes a guy into the ground. It was awesome.
It was pretty awesome.
That sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, so I was really excited about
Yeah,
that.
wait. Following
Go ahead.
that hype, though, we didn't mention Halo Infinite.
Oh god,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh god.
I don't
So
know how we
it
didn't
looks
talk
like-
about that yet.
It looks like this. I've been waiting. It looks like the story aspect is gonna be there for me. The story aspect is gonna be there, but the game is coming out next year, and they show us that Breath of the Wild 2 is in development, and they give us that.
Well,
It's
they
almost pretty much the same fucking thing, if you ask me. So like, why the fuck don't I see gameplay? I don't like games that are a year away and don't show me gameplay. I'll be real honest. I think E3 is very weird because it's just a hype tool. It's just
Well,
a hype
he
tool.
has
They don't
another.
really
They have
show you a lot
another
of gameplay.
E3 to go through before they launch. Like they have 20. Yeah, they have next year's E3 to show gameplay. We're still 6 months away.
I would love to see some glimmer of gameplay though. Like I don't know. It's Halo. You're making all these promises about going back to the original like form and trying to bring Halo back to glory, and then you show me a completely cinematic trailer, and I'm a little disappointed. But at the same time, I'm one of the biggest Halo fans, so of course, like they're pretty much gonna have to bend over backwards to please me at this point.
This is the first like Halo to be launched with a console since the first Halo game.
Yeah, it's pretty
Wow.
exciting, honestly. It's actually really, really exciting.
So that means
I
like
have-
high
I have-
hopes.
I have
That means
really high hopes.
Microsoft high hopes.
Yeah,
I don't know if
I mean,
wanna buy another
Bungie's
console.
Bungie's not really involved anymore, but for some reason I feel like this one is a little bit better because Bungie could be involved if they wanted to be. I don't think they're gonna be. I think 343 has fully taken over that IP, but I think it's just there's a lot more communication possible, maybe. You know what I mean? So maybe they'll just like, well, what did you guys get right? And they're willing to answer those questions for them now, or something like that. Maybe it's just, I don't know. I'm just speculating from the outside here, but I love it.
I wonder if we'll get any unique or like not shown news at that convention we're going to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Outpost Discovery.
What if they were waiting to show gameplay there? To be honest,
If they probably will, because they also have a VR experience and Halo laser tag. So like I'm beyond excited to play Halo for the first time in VR. Like that's not accessible to anybody really. There's no VR Halo.
Yeah.
Like so the fact that they're bringing something like that to the place we're going is really effing exciting because I've wanted to be the Master Chief since I was like 9 years old. Even though his life was scary, I still wanted to be him.
I was just thinking about getting some grunt birthday party headshots in the VR.
Oh my god, that'd be there's every Halo is for everybody. That's why you can say that though. Halo is for everybody. They just have that fun, they have that charm, and they have the community. It's nice. There's not a lot of games who have like that down home community. That's where a lot of like early YouTube and like Machinima did a lot of its work was on the platform that was like Bungie's Forge tools and theater mode.
Yeah.
Like Rooster Teeth, that's where they cut their teeth. They literally used Halo as a platform.
Yeah, I bet
To
you
create.
so many games like thought of their ideas through like Forge mode in Halo.
Grav Ball.
Yeah, basically.
That was a
Grav
game
Ball.
mode that Rooster Teeth made, and they made it into an official game mode because that's how fun it was.
Yeah, it was actually a blast. I remember when they would have Grav Ball playlists on Halo 3.
That was it was like a 3v3, right? That was like the best time
Yeah. I
ever.
think there was still full team 4v4s of it as well.
Yeah, there may have
Yeah.
been. I may have just but that's
Yeah,
still,
it was just
ridiculously
the
fun.
gravity hammers and and a bomb. It was so much fun.
What a
It was
time
like
to be alive.
I feel like almost you could say like if you threw mongooses in there, that would be like what Rocket League was born from.
Yeah, it was
Like a griff ball style gameplay was exactly.
It was like
what
Deadly
reminds me of
Lacrosse.
Rocket. Yeah, it was so cool. Just an awesome game type. So I'm excited about Halo just because like that's the center of that's like at the staple of so many things in gaming and the industry now is like so I don't know shaped by that their history.
Yeah.
Their history is really important. You can't ignore that shit. So
To
that was
me-
pretty awesome.
Yeah, to me the biggest two games were Cyberpunk and Halo Infinite, and like that those were like the two end all be all games, nothing else matters. Those the two everybody's looking forward to.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to Hollow Knight 2. That's awesome. I'm super excited that they're doing another
That
Hollow
one,
Knight.
that's got a cult classic community.
Yep, it's Ori and the Blind Forest sits in the same spot as that for me. That's really
Yep.
cool. Like I said, Travis is huge. Announcing Breath of the Wild 2 was the other highlight for me. I think Breath of the Wild 2 and Travis are No More Heroes 3.
I
think
missed the Nintendo conference, so I'll have to watch that. But
You'll definitely have to watch it. Watch the No More Heroes trailer. I thought it was really cool. It was just like throwing you right back into the classics. Really awesome. Because it had those corny motion controls. So it's like it even threw the motion controls up on the screen because it's very meta.
yeah,
Almost like annoyingly meta humor.
but
The corny vibe.
there's this game that came out that I'm definitely going to be playing because it looked like a freaking blast. Almost kind of like it kind of put off like that Destroy All Humans vibe, Jason. It was called Maneater. That's right. It was basically GTA, but you're a shark.
Oh,
Nice.
Catch that?
Hold on.
Oh, I remember what I wanted to talk about after you said GTA was a shark because I realized that guy who did the interview for that was like, it's like GTA if you were a shark, and I was like, I don't know if you're allowed to say that, but his fumble reminds me of exactly why I thought E3 deserves this was the best announcement of E3 was the Bethesda conference for Fallout 76. Holy fucking cringe.
I don't want to talk about that.
Oh my god, it was internet gold in the span of 15 minutes. I was rolling on the floor laughing.
Well, they were trying to recover from a train wreck.
They train wrecked more.
Their employees stood
Honestly.
in the front row and they were mic'd up so that the people booing in the background weren't heard as loudly.
Wow. Nice.
My good. Yo, think
Right.
of how like awful that must feel to be on stage and get
The
that,
guy,
though.
the guy basically like
Seriously.
shook his neck and winced a little bit when everybody booed. And he was like, "Yep, we deserve that." Like he just
Yeah.
shakes his head smugly, and then he's like, "Fuck yeah, we put a battle royale in Fallout 76." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, nobody asked for that. Thanks.
Nobody asked for that. Who was
Battle royales
asking
are
for
dumb.
that?
Nah.
Who was asking for
I
that?
kind of wanted that.
I mean, I'm gonna try it. I told everybody at work that shit is hilarious, but I'm definitely gonna play that because the first time I feel bad that I missed out on playing Fallout 76 directly at launch because I would have loved to have uploaded one of those just straight up compilations of all
Memes.
the glitches that were
Yeah.
that were occurring in game because that was hilarious. Second, they tried to play off the first year of Fallout 76 as a purposeful
They did.
event. They said this much. They were announcing the Wastelanders DLC, which is like the Wastelanders coming back. So now you're gonna have NPCs again. They're bringing the NPCs back to Fallout. This is the only thing that can save their game, and I will play it to try it out. That is enticing. I have the game already, and I never fucking played it past the 4 hours because of how terrible it was. Now I have a reason to reinstall it and give it another shot. But besides that, it was so smug the way the guys were on stage. Justin, did you watch this, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I did watch it.
Tell me
yeah.
that guy wasn't such a smug fuck on the stage about this
Damn.
this Wastelanders DLC that was coming out. It pissed me off.
Oh yeah, I
I
was
was-
not happy with.
I
any of
was
that.
angry because he said this. The year was supposed to be like that. The characters were going to come after you settled in the wasteland a little bit further out. And he's like, this was all planned. And I was like, that was all planned. You guys planned that whole year. That was... You guys love hemorrhaging money and getting sued 50 times. That's what your goal was for year one of Fallout 76. Create a public hysteria. Get sued a whole bunch. Add better DLC. Make it free.
Yo, disappoint the kid who had cancer that they let him play early. Why did you even let him play?
Yo, what?
Dude, yeah, they
real
like let this kid
questions.
play. He had cancer. They let him play early, and the kid was like, "This sucks."
I don't know what he said, but I'm
probably
sure he
did say
felt
it,
that.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. He was probably just happy to see another Fallout. To be honest,
All of that being said, with this update, they're putting out some good work. They're
Yep.
fixing their mistakes, knowing it was a
Yep.
thing.
We
So,
got to give him the benefit of the doubt until we see what happens.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think-
bit. A
agree.
multiplayer is still like this was an experiment for them, a leap of faith. They fucked up. They tried to play off their fuck up. We all can see past that bullshit.
Yeah, that
and
was so smug. I
we're
hated
here
that whole two-person dynamic was just ooh. I mean, they seem like they're probably good enough guys, and I'm sure they work fucking hard. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that like they just sounded so righteous to be announcing this thing, and like I feel like at that point you should just honestly get up on stage and be like, honestly, you guys might not be excited about Fallout 76, but we're still excited about Fallout 76, and we're going to show you what we were working on. And if they said something like that, I would have been like, damn, yo, like you're still working on what makes you passionate. That's really exciting. I'm excited that you still enjoy your job and you can still keep working on whatever you're doing. And instead, it just came across so commercial, obviously.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was just so commercial. I really wish, E3 was kind of different at this point. And I think everybody's saying that, like, oh, outcry for E3. It sucks now. But like what I said before we even started the podcast, G3 had coverage because they were press. We never should have been allowed to go to E3 to that direct involvement. I feel like it was always very commercial. What made it exciting was this mystery and exclusivity of like being at E3 and hearing these announcements. Now you just get that all the time, so it doesn't matter. You just get that all the time. Patch notes. Every single game that you have has patch notes, and they update you about them a week before they come out, and you're excited about that, and whatever, all this other stuff. And then a new game gets announced on the internet like 5 times a week, and you're just like, oh, okay, E3, cool. All these games at once. Awesome.
Yep.
Basically, yeah.
This whole E3, like all the conferences, they were all just showing trailers with no gameplay, and it was super upsetting. They had a bunch of different people on who, like, yeah, they were big shots, but they didn't really know how to put on a performance, and they were just reading off of a script, like saying, like, oh, our studio, I'm so proud of them. It's
Yeah.
just not what we want to hear. Like, you're putting on like this fake performance, but we're just not feeling any genuinity from it.
Japanese lady was one of the most genuine people on that stage. I got to give her credit. She was super charming, and I think she was very genuinely excited to talk about her game. I honestly can't remember.
Oh, she was so sweet, yeah.
She's a pop star in the making.
Yeah, it was just really good, like person to person interaction. She was so excited by the crowd when she got there. You know what I mean? She was like, she was so welcomed by the crowd, and she was so excited about that. And it was really cool. I feel like, you know, if you've been in the game for so long, you kind of act like the people like Fallout 76 are. Like Bethesda's huge. People expect a lot from them, but like we got to remember, like those are people who are passionate about what they do. And if they would just focus on those people that are working there and let them talk about their game, I feel like we would feel totally differently about things. And like you could package that commercialism somewhere in there, but just have like at least a shred of dignity for these people who are working hard on these games and like probably being overworked, and let them talk about why the game is actually going to be good, or like at least have somebody who can actually speak for them and knows what they're doing. I just feel like at this point E3 is so much money. How aren't they good at this? Like how aren't they good at doing these announcements at this point? You spend so much money on E3 to go there, to be there, to do all this stuff. Like you don't think to make sure that you do like more live practices about what you're going to say or what you're going to do. I don't know. It's weird.
And I'm assuming it's just because people coming in and out and whatnot. You know,
that's what I mean. It's not a big deal anymore. So it feels very casual in a weird way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
all right, so
screaming about John Wick.
Yeah, basically. So we're coming up on an hour. Do you want to just kind of raffle off a bunch of the games that are coming out, or do you want to just, keep going longer, just talk about whatever?
Okay. Yeah, I can raffle off some games. Let me think. I already raffled off
Midnight Ghost. Yeah, Midnight Ghost Hunt. It's like the new prop
Blair
hunt.
Witch?
Remember that? Ooh,
Blair Witch. Yeah, Blair Witch looked cool. That was
it looked cool, but lackluster. Like I like scary games, but they didn't show enough. Like
I thought it was Outlast 3. I was way more excited.
Yeah, I thought it was Outlast 3, and I was like, yes, this is it. I'm waiting for it. And then like the mechanics started looking a little iffy, and I was like, wait, no, this is kind of like a step back from Outlast.
Yeah, this is not polished like Outlast. What is this? Yeah,
also, Chivalry 2 is coming out. They're a little late to the game. Mordhau already took up that spotlight recently, and
SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom is finally getting the remaster in 2020.
Is it?
Wow.
I didn't see that.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't see that
I
either.
was gonna buy the old one. I might just wait for the remaster.
No,
now.
wait for the remaster. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why not? Like it's gonna
Basically.
be amazing. I cannot wait for that one. Pokemon was exciting. We didn't really talk about it. I think it's because we had a negative conversation about.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm gonna skip that one. I skipped the last few. I think I'm skipping this one too. I think I might be done with like the newer Pokemon generations.
I've heard lots of people say that to me at my job, so I totally understand that, and I think a lot of people share your sentiments. When they started talking about the wild area and removing Pokemon and not being able to render them and like having to do this update cycle, people were not excited. We basically glanced over Square Enix also. The remaster for Final Fantasy VII looks fucking awesome.
Amazing.
That looks amazing. They did a great job. I think bringing it into the modern era of turn-based combat is exciting to some, disappointing to others. For me, it's exciting. I like the new blend, but I also like the old style. But you can play them on your phone, so you really can't complain. You really can't complain that you can't play the older style version of it in a slightly better form, because the phones nowadays are better than the PlayStation 1. So you can definitely play a better experience on your fucking phone if you want to play Final Fantasy VII. Square had a bunch of games that were so obscure but looked pretty good. Like I'm kind of
I missed that conference too.
Yeah, it was a lot. There was a lot of games that like I honestly can't genuinely tell you that I remember too much about. They weren't as exciting as some of the other mainline ones. I feel like everybody just really wanted to see Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Gears 5.
Yeah.
Basically, Cyberpunk
Gears
was the biggest.
5. Yeah.
I really want to play that, but I want to play all the other ones first. I want to play it in the order and then just like finish off with 5 when it comes out.
The story for 5 actually gets
It's September
really,
6th is release date.
Yeah.
Justin.
really effing excited for
Bound
Gears
by Blood
5 story.
Ooh.
Bound by Blood looks awesome.
Well, that's what it is.
Oh, is that what it's called?
It's Bound by Blood because she's like half.
Yeah, because she's half whatever, right. Yeah, I love that story concept. I've been waiting since 4. At the end of 4, I was like, whoa, that was like one of the best video game endings I've seen in a long-ass time. And I just beat Rage 2. Shit ending. Shitty shit ending. Oh my god, they said Rage had a bad ending. That was equally as bad. So that means that that Bethesda and id with the Rage series alone have had 2 endings that are top 10 the worst fucking video games endings I've ever played, and most other people have.
Saddest animes.
Yeah, saddest animes is fucking Rage 2's ending.
Yeah.
Garbage. I grinded that beautiful, fun ass game, and then I got to the end, and they rewarded me with dog shit. It was great.
Feels good.
Damn.
Yo, speaking of which, though, I completely forgot Outer Worlds.
Oh, yeah.
I
It
gotta
looks
say,
so good.
ooh, I would say the opposite.
I think it looks exactly like old Fallout, so I'm
don't
just
like
a
Yeah.
little nostalgic. I'm just
No,
a little
like-
nostalgic.
Some of the earlier trailers with like the cutscenes that they showed with like your choices you make look great, but then the last video that they showed at E3 looked really clunky, like
Oh, yeah.
so
It looks
clunky.
super unpolished. I'll agree with you
Yeah.
there.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
that's just like a pre-alpha shot. They couldn't get a good trailer for it. That's not how the game's actually going to be, because that looks so unclunky. I thought it was like a triple I game, like just like a really poor one though. Like,
Jason, have you seen that?
Which one?
Have you seen the Outer Worlds video for that one? It's like the
typing it up.
Yeah, type
Just say
it.
no. Just say no,
I was
Jason.
about to say no. I was just not gonna cut him off.
No, yeah, definitely type that in and look it up. But tell me that it honestly looks like Outward, and that was what disappointed me. It honestly looked like Outward, and like Outward, small team. We talked about this on the review. It looks pretty damn good for what game it is, but for Obsidian and for Bethesda to release Outer Worlds, which looks like Outward, is a little concerning.
I'm really excited for it, but
First impressions,
after
I'd play
that
this
trailer, after that trailer, I'm kind of like, whoa, hold on. There was some problems there. I gotta set my standards back a little bit because I don't want to be burned.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was. I'm definitely sending my standards. I didn't even know it had a release date this year. I thought that was exciting news. That they were like, "Yo, this game right around the fucking corner." I was like, "What?" I thought this game wasn't coming until 2021. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I would have waited until 2021. But then they were like, "Nope, October or September, or whatever the fuck it is."
Yeah, I don't remember when, but
Awesome.
it's coming. I don't know.
October for 3.
Maybe they need that time for the polish. I guess they're gonna decide.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Sony. It's a disappointment that Sony wasn't there in some shape or form.
Yeah, that
I mean,
was-
if they're not
Where
ready,
the
they're not ready.
Where the hell is Ghost of Tsushima? I want this samurai game.
I haven't heard.
They didn't.
I'm upset. I couldn't play that last one. The Samurai Dark Souls one. I couldn't get past the tutorial. I'm bad. I'm a bad gamer.
You bought Sekiro and couldn't get past it?
I bought Sekiro and I got stuck on like one of the tutorial bosses where they were still teaching you a mechanic, and I sat there for 2 hours dying over and over again. I
would
was just
love-
like, you know what? No,
I would love
can't.
to record like a short video of me. Have you played Bloodborne at all? I'm assuming not. 'cause you
Bloodborne.
play
I've played
PS4.
parts of Bloodborne. Again, that was a harder game than Dark Souls. I couldn't get past Bloodborne either.
Yeah, I would love to see you play the opening. I have Bloodborne. I'd love to see you play the opening area for Bloodborne because I was on the opening area for Bloodborne for 4 hours.
Yeah.
it was miserable.
Dark Souls was hard, but
so-
like
such
there's
a
something
hard
about
learning.
it when you get to those games, like the learning curve is just fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I had to learn so much, and none of it was really taught to me. And like other Dark Souls players, when I tell them that, they're just like, "Well, yeah, you have to backstab and you have to stun." I was like, "What are you talking about, dude? I've never played this game before. You've never played any of the Dark Souls games? No. Oh, well, that's why you're just bad at them." And I'm
You're
like,
just bad.
no, what? I've never played them. Tell me something.
The
Tell me
biggest
something
problem.
useful.
The reason why I'd say Bloodborne is harder than
a
Dark Souls is
toxic
Dark
game.
Souls is around dodging, while Bloodborne you have to parry. Parrying is how you like dodge like the damage, and you actually get health back, I believe, for parrying, or
Yeah.
either parries or successful hits. But because of
There's
that,
no
I
shields
couldn't
in Bloodborne
parry.
either.
Yeah, I couldn't parry in Dark Souls, so hell no, I can't do it in Bloodborne if that's a main mechanic. So
The
miss me with
Bloodborne
that.
is a more aggressive style, in my opinion. It's more like you know how to counter and parry, so like you're on the aggressive most
Yeah.
of the time, and you're weaving in dodging into that because you have no shields. There's no shield object. There's no way to really focus on defense in that game. You're just whipping it around, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just really hard.
Oh, another game Ubisoft's Watch Dog Legion, that one coming out. Watch Dogs 3.
That looks like fun. That looks like fun.
Yeah, I've never played the previous two, and I avoided them because of the stigma around them that they were kind of not so great games.
Yep.
This they kind of set a good bar with this one, being able to play any single person you see, like any character they have created in the game, you can play them. They have an origin story for them, and they can become an agent you can play.
That
you can create your own little
that
niche
is pretty
groups. Yeah, like you can create like an agency of like hipsters or gangsters or like elitist British people. One of the cool things that I saw was that this is a very political game. Apparently, this is like a post-Brexit world.
They made they made the point of that, and I was just going to mention that actually.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool that this was like very involved. They were just like, this is what Brexit is like. Like they created this world to make the game function better. Obviously, they created this world to make the game function better, but it's so like such a possibility that people are like almost like pissed off about it, and like people are like, whoa, this is crazy, and like people from England are just like, yeah, it's not too far off to what it feels like to be here now. And I was
basically
like, whew.
This is one of those things that
very
they can use this like a learning tool to avoid mistakes. Like you learn from your mistakes for the future. Well, now you don't have to learn from mistakes, just learn from video games.
They're just gonna put those ideas into their heads. They're like, oh, drone army, that's so smart.
Interesting. So if we just don't give them the warnings and just tase them instantly anyway.
Oh, Man of Medan or whatever, that new Until Dawn game.
Man of Medan.
Like that new Until Dawn game. It's like one of those weird, like choose your own, whoever dies, whoever doesn't die. I can't remember. Man of Medan or something like that.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's Dark Pictures, Man of Medan. I don't know. It takes place on a ship. It's very similar to that Layers of Fear 2 looking kind of thing, but it's more of like the Until Dawn games where like you play your own slasher movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cool. I'm sure you've seen the memes of the people dying in those games.
Yo.
Or the different actors dying in those games.
Right. The memes though, Just Dance, Ubisoft.
Oh my god.
That dance was cringy and it didn't hold up. It didn't hold up to their normal crazy WoW performance.
No, that was like YouTube Rewind.
Yeah, that was like a YouTube
This
Rewind.
Is hot.
They tried to keep their performance craziness going, and that was just like cringy teenagers were doing this recital that they practice on, but it just kind of fell flat.
Start flossing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, they might as well have Ninja on there. Yeah, they might as well have Ninja on there.
Oh. The bright side to that to Ubisoft though was Always Sunny's new show.
Oh yeah. Fucking Mythic
Quest.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for that.
That does look really awesome.
I thought it was a game, and then they explained it, and I was like, wow, that's very interesting. Actually.
I thought it was going to be like a weird blend of both, where it is actually a game, but it's also a TV show, and they're going to kind of merge things into it, but it was just a TV show. Yeah.
If TV has failed, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only those shows where you get to vote. Doesn't matter. Like America's Best Dance Crew. Where were they at for the Just Dance choreography?
Oh my god.
Where are the Jabberwockies when you need them?
Other than that, I was just interested in a game called Gods and Monsters, but there wasn't really much on that. The Division movie is actually coming out on Netflix.
Oh,
that's something that's important.
That's pretty cool. Division announced that you can go to New York again as the next DLC, or the last one for this year, which is pretty exciting. I think also there was something else on the Nintendo side. I lightly touched on it, but once again, Breath of the Wild 2 in the works, kind of awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of people are excited about that. More dungeons, please. Link's Awakening, they showed a huge amount of info about Link's Awakening. It looks really good. The art style is totally different from any other Zelda game they've ever done, so a lot of people are complaining about it. He's got Mickey Mouse eyes. It's cute.
I'm ready.
It looks pretty cute.
Mickey Mouse eyes.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, where like they're just solid black circles.
This one's peering into my soul.
Yeah, like Cuphead. It's just terrifying.
Like the lizard people.
Oh my god, like Justin.
Justin.
Yeah.
Hey.
So is there anything else about E3 that we missed besides a lot?
Besides a lot, yeah, there's a lot. Doom Eternal, Dying Light 2.
Oh, Doom Eternal and Dying Light 2 look great. Both of them look actually really good. Doom Eternal is always exciting because I think at this point, what I wanted from Rage 2 already existed in Doom 2016. So now what I'm seeing that I've missed in Rage 2, I'm hoping is present in Doom Eternal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Which I
forget.
have confidence in that.
I hadn't played the last Doom, and honestly, I was like surprised how clean the combat looks, how clean the monsters look. They just all look really well made.
Yeah, because I think like when you think about Doom, you kind of remember that Xbox 360 Doom that was still trying to be original Doom, Doom 3, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Looked really off and like a blend of that and old Doom, so it didn't look good. But now Doom is like a full-fledged like new world. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how their Slayer versus Monster game mode goes. That'll be interesting.
That looks pretty cool. I definitely am interested in that. I saw the PC conference had a bunch of really awesome indie titles. You could just look at the list because a lot of them looked really cool.
There were a few good ones, but
Xbox
they had so many.
That one with the ship, that one looked pretty cool. It looked like a Steven Universe like style, and like it was like a story about basically finding these animals.
Oh, Spiritfarer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spiritfarer. You like find these spirits, and then you bring them to like their destination, and then they leave you, and it's all like a journey about saying goodbye and stuff. It looks pretty cute. Looks like a
It
good
looks
time.
so cute.
Yeah, very
like,
cutesy. Yeah.
mhm.
I'd be down for a good story, but I'm not trying to cry. So
Definitely looks like you'll cry. Like that one looks like prepare the tissue box.
You have like a
not the
stepmom
lotion.
that's a deer, so
Yeah.
and you
Well,
say goodbye to
Bambi-
her. Bye, stepmom.
Maybe.
There was a lot of Rainbow Six Siege stuff too, but I'm just like kind of done with lackluster FPSs.
People were excited about the zombies. I was not. I was not excited about the zombies. Like, whoa, Tom Clancy's finally got zombies. Like, who was asking for that?
Is
I
it even
wasn't.
zombies? They just showed the confections. Like they said, it was infectious, and they showed shadows. Oh my God, it's zombies! Like,
That's what I mean. Like, people are just like losing their fucking minds over this game that doesn't even exist yet until it's like really existing.
yeah, not that that game like did me wrong or anything, but I'm just kind of done with the Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege universe. Like,
Oh yeah.
their
Rainbow Six
gameplay is
Siege,
just
all of
not
this.
matching. I guess
Like,
I have a problem
it's-
with like their bullet damage and like how quick and how bullshit a lot of their situations are.
Yeah,
Almost just bad. So
Yeah, Siege is a tough game to get into. That's for fucking sure. That game
Yep.
is just really crazy. A lot of people don't like the concept either, where you're just kind of barging into the same room a million times.
yeah,
You can tell how
kind
I
of
feel about it.
uneventful.
I just feel like I'm playing Prop Hunt, but worse.
Yeah, prop hunt though. Oh,
Prop hunt
about
is
to
a
go
good-
sink some hours into that later.
But honestly, that's pretty much E3 in a nutshell. I think we've encapsulated the excitement and the shit that was E3.
Mhm.
I think it was probably. I think people are harder on E3 than I would be about it. I think like I said, there's still some redeeming stuff in there.
Yeah.
People are just like, this E3 sucked complete, like 19 dicks. And I'm like, all right, calm down,
Exactly
scale it
19.
back.
Like,
it was like,
come on, no,
it was
no,
like
no.
8. It was like 8 dicks.
At least 37 PPs.
Yeah, 2 PP touches and a hand job later, and
There
E3
was-
was still okay.
Yeah, my biggest thing, like E3, they showed non-stop trailers, like animated trailers with no actual gameplay footage. So that was my biggest problem. They had a lot of games that looked interesting, but there were honestly only a few games that like I was like actually like, all right, I'm gonna go play that. Like there wasn't like a whole lot.
I just remember like watching the world premiere
Yeah.
2020, world premiere 2020.
What's a world
premiere
exclusive PC gaming? What
2020.
is that? World exclusive. It's exclusive to everybody?
basically. Seriously, what the
No
I
hell?
think they
aliens.
mean I think they meant to say world premiere, but they got exclusive and world premiere mixed up in the sound files, and it was like world exclusive.
No, they actually write exclusive on screens. I'm just like, what is this? What does
Oh,
that
that-
mean?
The whole E3 was crazy. It was just so crazy.
Yeah.
I think anybody who watched-
6 out of 10.
Yeah, I think the memes coming out of E3 are better than the games coming out of E3 for right now.
Yeah.
We don't have enough info to make good decisions.
It's a matter of
Fair
time
enough.
because all these games are coming out in 2020, so, you know, we
Yeah.
got time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll be here for you guys as you figure it out. You tell us in the comments whether or not you enjoyed E3, what your most excited thing was. If you know anything about No More Heroes 3, please talk to me. I don't have anybody to talk to about this, so I would love to talk to people about it. And if you're gonna be a hater, stop.
Yay.
anything else, like, subscribe. This podcast.
Keanu Reeves, I love you.
Yeah. We have an Instagram. We have a Twitter. Follow us on there. They're using them, I think. I'm not sure, but we're gonna start putting the podcast on other websites. So definitely be looking in the description for all the places you can get our podcast. This is like a new style for us, so hopefully you enjoy it. Justin edited it. If not,
No,
You
no, impossible. It wasn't me.
it was him. It was him.
Shit, too much pressure. I can't do it now.
Under
Sorry.
pressure.
Push it off until I forget.
I farted, so hopefully that takes a little bit of the pressure off.
Okay.
Nasty.
In more ways than one.
All right.
I'm leaving this in, by the way. Bye.
Good night.